I've had a lot of unusual experiences in my life. But I had a very bad thing happen when I was with the church group when I was small. And involving a giant tarantula with fangs. But I just understood at a small age that there were two worlds, and there was a battle taking place between good and evil. And I understood that I never crossed the path of it, but it was there. But I never, as long as I kept my faith in God, it can never touch me. And then when I married a man who had a lot of extra baggage, dealing with an ex-wife who became best friends with Jenna Bush's bodyguard, who was in the occult, and awful things started happening. Then somehow John Saw and Warner Brothers and those kind of people started trying to put Panuzu into my world, a demon. Well, I'm still me, and nothing can take me from my God, my roots, my virtue, or my soul. And so there was a wonderful encounter I had with Frankie Valli that set the stage my whole life, and kind of that actually was someone who drew me into a high realm that made me have more ecstasy and self-awareness than anyone other than, like, say, my role models. And so I'm at a stage now where I hadn't seen him for 18 years. But anytime I saw him, it was Christian talk. It was good. I was inspired. I was strong. I felt my true self. Well, since Warner Brothers represents him, which I had no awareness of, which is the devil's den, but I never seen anything out of this man but a determined fighter who was thrust into a world that maybe even consists of government mob that's running society through the dark side. But I never saw him do anything but advise me to keep my virtue, to stay wholesome, to stay with God, to pray with God, and to never back down to anyone who tried to steal my material, he said, or take my virtue. And he said, if you always put your faith in God, Sherry, you'll never go wrong. Always. Now all of a sudden, my best friend looks like he's dying on stage, and people are telling me that this devil is trying to take him over, trying to get full possession. Now, I'm just supposed to go see him at a concert, which is what always brought me bliss. More than a first date, more than a first kiss, more than anything, a trip to the beach, winning the lottery. Nothing was as valuable as seeing Frankie for what he did for my soul. Now, this nitwit group, which is running through the Antichrist, I'm supposed to go to a concert, and they're showing me Mary's videos and saying, Mary, if the devil, I'm like, I'm going to see my favorite person who, before he ever went to the White House to perform for Obama, and some kind of change might have taken place, I'm going to see the man that always made me feel good. And you're trying to tarnish something with your threats of sending Batman to kill me, the Dark Knight to kill me, Nosferatu to kill me, and trying to make me think that you have somehow gotten an alien or something in him. I saw him 2 years ago, and you tried to kill me for going to his concert, and you threatened his life too, to murder him through the government. Now, I'm going to a concert, but if anyone tries to make it anything more other than my close connection to someone I always thought had a holiness, an angelic quality, then you are dead wrong, because my God will defeat you and conquer you. I never lose my will to anything that's not divine, of divine God, divine heaven, divine spirit, holiness. My whole being consists of my being with God. I'm made up of God. And anything else that you try to put in my path is a trick. Frankie is special to me, but you will never use someone who I care about through your cult. Never. Because there is no surrender. Frankie will tell you that. We're tough. We're strong through God, for God. I'm his apostle. And, you're trying to kill me last night in my bed, trying to kill my husband, making him twitch, making me feel like I've been hit by a train by this beast you send that breaks in. It's even physically assaulted me. By this, someone broke in, knocked me out, tried to rape me. Then they say they kill me, resuscitate me, put something in me. You made me drink a dream of John Salt and drink me through my bed. But there's only a few people in my life that ever mean anything to me. I like people, but as far as letting them close, Frankie Valli and my parents, my family. And other than that, friends. But anything else, Sister Al William. Sister Al William, my husband. And those are the only people that I will go to heaven, that I care to see in heaven. I care to see in this existence. I never care to know. Nothing can make me happy. I'm a very simple person. My standards are high. My expectations are zero. I let anything slide past me, and even when it go past me, I could walk through a hurricane and come out with God. I could, like I've been murdered, I come out with God. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. Frankie better still be a man of God, because that's what drew me to him. It's his godly trait. And if something, I pray for him and I worry about him, because I've built my whole character off of his strength. I have built my identity off of his courage. And I just would never want to see something make him lose his faith. I would never want to see something destroy his soul. I would never want to see something take him to hell.